Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. So far, they've got the fourth best record in the conference. And of course, the Portland. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Russell Westbrook has passed the great Oscar.
David, you are too nice. Thank you so much. And Westbrook, he is incredible. Thank you, David. And now the Lakers starting group. And they have their big three all out there. Westbrook at the point with LeBron and Davis at the forward. Kent Bazemore is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And for the Trailblazers, at the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. Powell and Covington up at the forward. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's LeBron. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. Brett, these teams know each other very well.
Always fun to see in these kind of matchups, Kevin, if a coaching staff on either side decides to throw a wrench in the works and play a player or a combination of players that the other team is not expecting. Like you said, they know each other very well, but who will execute tonight, they'll get the win.
Fade away, Davis with the bucket.
What a find by LeBron James, setting up a great look that time.
Covington setting the pick for McCollum.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
No good from outside.
2 minutes.
And on a Lehigh, C.J. McCollum, probably the best player ever out of the Patriot League.
I don't think that's a stretch, Kevin. In 2013, when he was taken 10th in the NBA draft, I think a lot of people were trying to look up not just C.J. McCollum's name, but where Lehigh was in the country. But that draft pick is paid off huge for Portland. Him and Lillard have been one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league for the last few seasons. And it is a tough matchup on a nightly basis to try to produce against what McCollum brings to the table offensively.
Westbrook, no good.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Traps in the tray. Lillard's got 9.
Zero hesitation out there as he catches that pass. Lillard just fires it.
James kicks to Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first one falls.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cody Zeller's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Nance comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Rondo passes to Anthony. Over Nance. Anthony with the bucket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. He's got 12.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Davis in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the middle. And the dunk by Zeller.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rondo dishes to Jordan. Davis in the corner. It's stolen by Nance. Lillard outside. Over Anthony. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Powell.
And Lillard's got that look in his eye right now, playing with some fire and dominating on the offensive end.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a...
Your Blazer Dancer.
Well, Rajon Rondo winning titles in Boston and Los Angeles, and he expressed the difference.
Having my son witness the opportunity of me winning.
I can understand being able to share those special moments with the ones you love.
And that's what it's all about. And for Rondo, who knows, maybe someday we'll win even more. as a coach.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Portland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
The veteran pair of Lillard and McCollum are the guards. Robert Covington out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Nance in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's McCollum. Deflects the pass. A nice shot by Zeller.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Lakers trail by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Misses the 3. Anthony against Nance. The rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looks like plenty of room.
Portland leading by 4. Pass to Zeller. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Zeller's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And the defensive versatility of Robert Covington is a real asset. At 6'7" with long arms, this guy can guard almost every position on the floor.
Yeah, that switchability is such a valuable thing in today's game. And for Covington, he's one of those interesting guys that maybe not so much on the ball as off the ball, the disruption that he can give you defensively with that length in his hands. That's where he really is a tremendous help defender.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norkic checked in for Cody Zeller. Norman Powell comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Well, the road less traveled. Anthony Simons took a year after high school just training at a basketball academy. No college, not the most glamorous route, but his game has some flash to it.
He's one of those guys, GA, that comes into the game and just is an offensive force. Takes shots off the dribble, can shoot threes, is lightning quick, and gets to the basket. Still very young, still a lot of room for him to grow. But he has shown flashes.
It's his first trip to the line, and he knocks down the first one.
Most big men have at least one area that they're working to improve or might tend to be subpar. With Anthony Davis, he combines a lot of his big skills with guard skills and that defensive versatility on the wing and the rebounding and the rim protection. That's pretty complete.
Collin passes to Nurkic, and Davis sends it back.
Well, the offense not getting anything easy while Anthony Davis is on the floor.
James kicks to Rondo. Bazemore on the wing. On the wing, Monk. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Lakers. Collin passes to Simons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Pass to Monk. Takes the 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Monk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up, so we got to come out with a great intensity.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. It is not looking good for those bottom teams, fellas.
Not looking good, and I can say one thing, they're looking better than Shaq's feet.
And now let's get back to the Portland Trailblazers. dealing with a thin margin at the half.
We have to recognize their bench play. Sometimes we overlook the second unit, but tonight they've been the key. The coaching staff has got to be loving this. Getting that extra boost is huge.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, and they have their big three all out there. Westbrook at the point with LeBron and Davis at the forward. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Kent Bazemore. And McCollum with the slam.
CJ McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear, a defense's nightmare.
And standing 6'3" at that shooting guard spot, you know, the naysayers will question McCollum's lack of size defensively.
Well, it might not be, GA, the size part of it defensively. It's the fact that, you know, you'd like to make more of an impact defensively. So forget the size. CJ needs to show some more effort on that end. The best part about CJ is that he usually wins the matchup on a nightly basis because he's such an incredible scorer, and that's where maybe you make up the difference.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys?
DA, he is a lead in every way. As are you. Thank you. Shoots from the block. It's deflected.
Sensational coverage by Bazemore there. His length makes him a threat to always be able to block shots like that.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by LeBron.
For 3.
James has got 3 assists in the game. Passes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Bazemore. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That one off the back iron and out.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back. Let him try to find his range.
Nice shot by James.
And Davis, you see him right there developing more in his passing ability. Good decision.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
For the Trailblazers, Zeller, he's checked in for Nurkic. Nance comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Jordan. Anthony comes in for LeBron. Monk's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Lillard outside. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And Lillard can get tricky with that shot. He draws the foul, but still manages to squeeze that one off.
First trip to the line for him here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Rondo against Lillard. There's the pass to Monk. Puts it up from 17. Unable to get that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Your Blazer dancer.
And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Play for each other. Creators and...
It's the fourth.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Hands out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Anthony on the wing, covered by Lillard. Leaps for it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cody Zeller, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Lakers also making a change. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Monk. And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Melo not afraid to pull the trigger from deep, that time for 3.
2 minutes in the game.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's good for 2.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Lakers leading by 5. LeBron up top, guarded by Powell. Pass to Howard. Bazemore on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook on target from 13 feet. Westbrook's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Lakers.
And Russell doing a great job just reading the floor that time. And knocks down a mid-range jumper.
Offensive rebound. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outside Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 5th assist in this one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Lillard missing. Lakers leading by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Lakers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Zeller, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Nance comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for Davis. Anthony comes in for James. Bradley's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Russell Westbrook. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And right through it goes.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
Jordan kicks to Anthony. And again, no good by the Lakers. For 3, no good.
Melo using all of his length to stretch that one out there. Good job contesting that shot.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Here with Anthony Davis. AD, what sparked the run down the stretch?
Defense. We gave up too many points in that first half. We can't.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.